Hello everyone. So I just want to clarify a few things before I start this video or the game I'm playing. Same game as last time. But I said my name is the Magical Fork, but I said that because I have another channel and I actually forgot which one I was uploading this video on. So I said the Magical Fork. So sorry about that. And the other thing was, in the video, I ended up putting headphones in, and the music wasn't hearable, to the computer, so I'm not going to put in headphones anymore. So sorry about that. And let's get started. So, I forgot if I said this, but I'm playing the same game as last time this week, and this is a pre-recorded video, but you can see Thursday right here. Just realized that. But yeah. Okay, let's play. If you would work. Let me turn my mouse off. I don't really need my mouse in this. Okay, it's working. Let me make sure my volume is up. Okay, it's all the way up. Sad story of Emmeline Burns. I love the music in here. In this game, because it's really soft. Here's this one. Second one. I close my eyes, the cold wind blows across my cheeks, and I swear I can almost smell it. The earth in my nostrils, the scent of decay. What was that sound? It was almost like a footstep, but that can't be. I'm the only person here after all. At least I thought I was. Not anymore. A young girl stands there, her arms held by her sides, her eyes wide and blue. Her hair was loose, light brown, her fringe cut just above her eyebrows. She was wearing a white dress, long and modest, which falls to her ankles. Oh, so pretty. Her dress is comprised of a number of layers and looks like something that belonged to another era, another time, in England when Queen Victoria was on the throne and the horse and carriage was still the main way people got about, and it was socially accepted to wear bonnets in public. She looks like nobody I've ever seen before except characters in period dramas. There's something so unrealistic about her appearance, I can hardly bring myself to believe that she's really real. Maybe that's why I'm doing something I rarely ever do. My curiosity unsticks my throat and I find myself asking her a question. Are you going to a costume party? Are you referring to this old thing? It just doesn't look like some old thing. It's expensive, right? I believe it was rather dear when Father first purchased it. Now, however, I am not particularly well versed in the economy, so I could not give you an answer. Father? What kind of girl calls their dad father? Maybe I'm just biased because my dad vanished before I was even born. Mom told me he couldn't cope with the commitment, which is quite funny really because he had no I don't know what that is, about commitment when he asked me to sleep with him. But Father seems far too dated. And I haven't even touched on the other stuff she said. The girl smiles. Her face remains pale and does not flush, but I can imagine blood coursing beneath her cheeks all the same. She gives the impression of blushing, even though she does not. I suppose most people would use dad nowadays. Forgive me, I'm not familiar with such a phrase, and it sounds quite peculiar to me. And the plot thickens. My questions only seem to invite more questions, and I find myself drawn towards this strange girl despite myself. I want to know who she is. I want to understand her. It must be this feeling, this desperate thirst for hidden knowledge, which encouraged Mom to track down what now remains of Zachary Kendall, Maribel Spencer, Rose Bradford, and the rest. So, I've not seen you around Barrowby before. Do you live here? I have lived here for a very long time. But you don't look much older than me. I will be 15 years old this December. At least I should be. So she's 14 too. You say that you've lived here for a long time, but I've never seen you before. You don't go to St. Hugh's, do you? She shakes her head. So what school do you go to? Ruskin, Sandon, not Walton Girls? She shakes her head again. Then are you homeschooled? That would explain what she's doing in this graveyard at 8:20 on Friday morning, wearing such a strange outfit. She might as well have fled from one of those ye old-fashioned photography parlor places. I suppose I was homeschooled, yes. I have never been to school before. I used to have Ellie, but I have not seen her in some time. Ellie? A private tutor? Something like that, yes. She was rather strict. She got so angry when I escaped from her stuffy old history lessons and hid over at the Linton's estate. She smiled, a soft, gentle smile like an old woman with rheumy eyes might when recalling a fond memory. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody my age pull a face like that before. Just who is this girl? But you don't have a tutor anymore? There wouldn't be much point anymore. Is she one of those YouTube celebrities then? She looks the part in those clothes. I can imagine her as one of those eccentric, self-proclaimed living dolls who get thousands of subscribers for eating food on camera. So, I'm sorry, this is the first question I should have asked. What's your name? Emily. Emily? I think I can remember that. It's a common enough name. There are 2 Emilys in my class, Emily Hargreaves and Emily Turner. I don't know if this name fits the girl in front of me, though. Emily sounds too simple, somehow. And unfinished, too, like a sentence ending without a full stop. I don't investigate any further, however. I hardly know the girl. What right do I have to ask so many questions? And if it would not be too rude, may I inquire as to what I should call you? Oh, I should have expected this. When somebody asks for your name, it's only to polite for theirs in return. I don't like answering this question, though. I never have done. Just what is my name, anyway? It says Tom on my birth certificate, but I can't bring myself to believe that. Not when I was fated before I took my first breath to be called Amelia. Oh my, do not look so troubled. You will make me feel guilty. I'm sorry. Huh, what a funny girl. You don't need to apologize. She thinks I'm funny, does she? That kind of stings, given how peculiar she looks. You don't need to tell me your name if you do not wish to. We all have our own secrets. Are you sure you don't mind? I am quite sure. I could just make up a name for you instead. Well, I hope you're not averse to the suggestion. I rather like giving people nicknames. I would always call Miss Warren Ellie. Her first name was Helena, you see, but she got mad at me because of that, too. This girl has no manners, she would always say. She may have a pretty face, but she behaves like a gutter snipe. Not that I gave a button what she thought. Her father was paying her enough, so I thought it best to make her work for her wages. She may have found me irritating, but I certainly wasn't boring. Well, I suppose it's fine. Then I can think of a name for you? Yes, it doesn't bother me. Anything would be better than Tomo. Well, let me see. Emily looks me up and down, one finger against her lower lip. Her smile is teasing and her eyes flash mischievously like a naughty schoolgirl's in an Enid Blyton story. She'll be talking about condensed milk and tinned sardines next, I'm sure of it. It is true we do not know one another very well, but that is just in the present. I feel that we could become quite close if given the chance. You remind me so much of her. After all, can it be more coincidence? Her? I thought so from behind too, but you turned about it became clearer than ever. You have her nose and her eyes, maybe even her forehead too. But it's hard to tell since it's all covered in hair. Well, I look at the ground suddenly awkward and dig to the tip of my school shoes into the earth. I shift my right foot slightly, making a small indentation in the earth. A minute grave for an ant. No, a miniature grave for an ant. I think. I don't know. I don't know if I like being compared to other people. I do that enough myself. Even if I do look like one of your friends, I don't think I want their name. I was hoping for a name of my own. Yes, of course. You do not need to worry about that. I would never be so callous as to dress you in the title of another. I apologize if it seemed that way. She does sound sorry. She does sound sorry too. Truly sorry. Even if you look like her, you are not her. You couldn't be. It is not possible. A sigh. So, let me see. A name for you. A name that belongs to you and only to you. Ah, I think I have it. From now on, you can be Verity. Verity? Do you like it? It's pretty. Much prettier than my real name. Emily smiles, her face flushing, though once more it doesn't really flush. I just imagine that it does, with happiness. I'm so glad. I thought that virtue names might be too anachronistic nowadays, but I truly am fond of them. One of my aunts was called Charity, and my grandmother was Patience. Not that she was particularly patient. She used to hit my father for the smallest of misdemeanors when he was a young boy. But that was a long time ago. Her face darkens, but only for a few moments. At any rate, I'm curious. Why are you in a gloomy place like this at such an hour when you should be in school? Oh, I just like graveyards, I guess. They're relaxing. Relaxing? That is quite strange. That is quite the strange thing to say. Why do you think that? I'm not sure. I just like them. They're nice and quiet, and people don't come here much. When they do, they're quiet too. It's the respectful thing to do. Apart from the local boys who tramp around here drunk on Friday nights and piss on the headstones and scrawl rude words on them. I glance at a nearby grave, that of an Elijah or Elisha Pharaoh. Somebody has scrawled across the top of it in black marker pen, God is dead. It seems we have a Banksy of our own living in Barrowby. Who would have thought? And I like thinking of stories too. Stories? Yes, graves are small, and the people buried underneath them are turned into names and dates. Nothing more. I think there must be more to these people than that, though. What were their parents like? Did they have any siblings? What was their job? Were they happy? What about all the people they met, whose lives they may have changed, without them even realizing it? I don't know about all those things. I never will. It's fascinating, but at the same time, it's a little sad. I blush, my hands hanging limply at my sides. Did I say too much? I think I might have said too much. This is why I don't talk to people at school other than Hattie. It's because I'm weird, and I know my fellow classmates, Emily Hargreaves and Emily Turner included, would just laugh at me. Well, maybe Amelia wouldn't. Amelia's too nice to laugh at anyone. That's what I think anyway. It probably sounds stupid though. No, I think you made some good points. I did? Yes. Every person has a story, and there is not enough space on a single tombstone to tell. The sad truth is, there are so many people in this world, it is not possible to remember every single story. As the years go by, they fall by the wayside. The dead must always concede to the whims of the living, even in places like this. Emily looks back at Elijah or Alicia, Pharaoh's grave, decorated with the bidding political commentary, God is dead and sighs. I like thinking of stories too. In fact, I could tell you a story of my own. I have been turning it over in my forehead for quite some time, and I would be intrigued to hear your response. I wouldn't mind. Are you quite sure? I don't want to bore you. I can't remember the last time anybody wanted to hear what I had to say. No, I'm quite sure. I would love to. There was nothing else I wanted to do here anyway. Nothing other than wander, trying to avoid thinking about school next Monday and how much trouble I'll be in when it. Wait, what? What did I say that? And how much trouble I'll be in when it's discovered I've been playing Trump. I've always run away from my problems. I have done ever since I was a child. I must have inherited that admirable trait from my dad. Well then, if you want to follow me. Emily turns her hair, fluttering, and slips through the graveyard like a shadow. Okay, I'm gonna actually stop right here because I don't want this to be too long. So we're gonna overwrite that because it's the same thing as the second one. Okay, so let's go to the main menu. Wait, hold on. No, let me make sure. Okay. Yes, I will go to the main menu. Okay. So, thanks everyone for watching this video. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this theme so far. I think that's really interesting, honestly. So, you should definitely check out the game if you have Steam, or get Steam and then check out the game. And hopefully you guys have a good time too. Bye everyone! Woo!